sacred, that sacred fire.
I'm Khamsin, the Untamed Oracle, and I'm going to be doing the weekly collective reading for today. Some people tell me that these readings feel more like personal readings. So I am an Akashic Record reader. So as I'm reading the cards, I'm also feeling into the Akashic Records, feeling into the collective energy. And so, without further ado, we're just going to get into it and see what comes up for today. I hope that your weekend was well. I hope that you watched me last week. Did you watch me last week? If you didn't watch me last week, go back and watch me, okay? Because usually there's a story that I'm noticing being told from week to week, which is really, really, really beautiful. Because, you could feel a little disjointed. We're the generation that is here to create a new earth, to heal generational curses. Like, that's a pretty big deal, okay? That's a pretty big deal, you know. And just as I'm coming into the reading, the first thing that I'm hearing is justice. And oh, the irony of that, because I am leaning into Sekhmet's frequency. And it seems like justice is due. And maybe, just maybe, some of what you've been going through is justice entering into your life. And that could possibly mean people who are on the other end of that, whether it's intentional or not, are going through hardships. And you are challenged to not try to fix it for them. And this could even be your children, because sometimes our children do things and it's a cause and effect. And just as parents, and especially as parents who've been healing their inner child and working on generational curses and things like that, like as parents, we could want to fix it for them, we could want to make it better, but sometimes it's meant for them to learn the lesson. So I don't know, I'm hearing that and feeling that. So let's just get into the cards and see. Let's just get into the cards and see. Thank you. Guide me today. I give thanks. Whatever the soul needs, that's what the soul shall receive. Ashe, ashe, ashe. All right, here we go. Now I was like, who am I feeling today? And it was Sekhmet, and I was like, okay, Sekhmet, yeah. Sekhmet don't play. Sekhmet is a frequency of recalibration. Sekhmet has no codependency, no people pleasing. Sekhmet wasn't ever concerned about what people thought. I mean, at some point, Ra had to pull her back because she was like drunk off of the blood, and that is a representation of redemption. That's a representation of redemption. And that's what she is created to do. That's what her frequency does, right? So no, her concern is not gonna be for any of that. Like when we look at some of the stuff happening in the world, when you see justice, you don't be like, oh, I feel so bad about that. You're like, no, what's going on was diabolical, and justice was required. Like, no way. So I just wanted to put that out there, because if you have ever been codependent, if you have ever been a people pleaser, if you have ever went into freeze mode, you know how you shut down, you don't even know what to say to people, if you ever fall on any of that, like, just know the Sekhmet's frequency helps to heal that. But she does have a dark side, and her dark side can be being irritated, annoyed, pissy, popping off kind of easily. So you want to watch that, because I feel like I'm connecting to her energy, and it's not just for me. You got to be kidding me. Pink tourmaline. I pulled this last week, forgiveness. Forgiveness again. Okay? Forgiveness again. And for this week, I feel like that forgiveness is more so you forgiving yourself. It was forgiving yourself last week too. Forgiving other people, but forgiving yourself ahead of time for not stepping in and fixing things for people that you would usually fix. Like, go ahead and just forgive yourself. Forgive yourself because you got that phone call and, you know, they were like, I'm going out of town. I need you to keep the dog, keep the kids, watch the house, water the plants, yada, yada, yada. And maybe they're used to you doing things for them. I'm just using an example. And you was like, I can't. I'm not able to. Go ahead and forgive yourself because it's going to be some, I can't, I'm not able to. Especially in this Scorpio season while I'm recording this. Like, we are definitely learning those lessons. I'm going to pull another card because that was, out of all that shuffling I did, I pulled a card from last week. Herkimer Diamonds. Herkimer Diamonds represent your dreams. So this makes me feel like it is you being able to forgive yourself that's going to bring your dreams to fruition. And to pay attention to your dreams. Dreams are very important. Dreams are some of the most pure messages that we can receive from spirit. Pay attention to your dreams. If you've been having difficulty with that, get some blue lotus. I'm not a doctor. Check with your doctor. But these are just some herbs that I have used. Blue lotus, mugwort. They help with dreams. You know, I have a whole dream masterclass on lucid dreaming on my Patreon. I'll make sure that all of the links are in the description. You can watch that. You can set up crystal grids to help capture the dreams. You can use dream catchers to help save your dreams. And it builds up over time. You might have something happen the very first time you try any of these tips, but you might just have to build on it. Sometimes we have to be willing to put in the work and wait to get the outcome. But pay attention to your dreams because somebody has been trying to communicate to you through your dreams. And I just feel like you've been so busy. You wake up in the morning and maybe you're waking up to an alarm. And like soon as your feet hit the floor, your ass is hitting the door. And like you just going through the day. And the days are starting to like blend in. And maybe you're not sleeping as well as you know that you need to. So make your sleep hygiene a priority. Make dreams a priority. And don't be hard on yourself if you wake up and you like, I was dreaming something and I cannot remember what it is. When we do that, we push it away. Just be like, I was dreaming something. And you could just say, the spirit, whatever message I was meant to receive, may you speak to me throughout the day or throughout the week. And when you hold it gently in that safe space and that frequency like that, a lot of times things will happen and it'll help you remember the dream that you seem to have forgotten. But yeah, it's a lot of dream communication going on. Go to my Isis deck. And journal your dreams. Journal your dreams. Most of the things that I mentioned, I also have for sale on my website. So you can go to untamedSouls.com and just grab a few tools that you can start using. But it's fun. It's one of the funnest parts of spiritual awakening is working with dreams and actually doing something to enhance your ability to dream, recall your dream, and lucid dream and astral travel. It's fun. Just having something that you're doing every night before bed, a certain meditation you're listening to. You don't always have to, have physical tools, but they definitely make a huge difference. And think about it, our ancestors and all indigenous peoples of the world, they really, a lot of the culture, a lot of spirituality was focused around dreams and the symbolism. Look at Isis. She got her sword in her hand. She got her sword in her hand. Yeah. You're being heavily guarded, heavily protected right now. It says this is a time of significant spiritual growth and healing for you. You are protected during these times by the love and strength of the Divine Mother Isis. Relax and allow your transformation to happen. Your divine guardian is protecting you now. Let go. Trust unconditionally in what is happening for you, as there is only divine love beneath the surface of the present situation. Now, why do I feel like whoever is watching this reading, like that card cannot be for me? Because I do not feel like I'm being divinely protected. It just seems like things just keep happening. You know, if you're feeling like that, that's confirmation that this is for you. Because the 3D matrix is this physical material realm. Its job is to stay alive by keeping us in survival mode. So if you determine your divine protection by what's happening in your external world, you're not going to feel like you're being divinely protected, which means you are actually going to block the frequency of divine protection, because you have to be able to feel it in here. You have to be able to know and hear that you're being divinely protected. And if that is a challenge for you, let me give you some tips that I have used myself. A couple of things. The colors that I wear, I choose them based on the protection that I may feel I require. If I'm going around a certain type of group or people or situation, I may choose to wear a specific color to support me in that situation. It could be related to a certain chakra. It could be related to a certain goddess, a color that is one of the colors that symbolize a certain goddess, and embody her and call her with me. The way that I today chose to wear leopard print to harness the energy of the feline protection energy of Sekhmet. Like even my lip colors, I may choose to wear black lipstick because it's like, okay, this mouth is not to be played with. I'm going to speak my truth, even if it costs me something, because not speaking my truth costs me more. Black absorbs energy, right? So if I'm absorbing energy, I'm going to make sure that I alchemize that shit, and I'm going to speak it back out. And I'm going to put a little red too, because I want to make sure that my root chakra is supported. I'm going to make sure that my words are creating safety and stability for me as I move throughout my day. Be intentional about the things that you choose and you wear. And this is why I have the coven, because I want you to be able to actually embody these frequencies, not just read about them, not just feel a resonance with them, but to actually embody them and move through your day with them. That's next level protection. So that's one thing that you could do. Another thing that you could do is using certain crystals. Like I have this black obsidian that I'm wearing today. This is for protection. I use talismans. This is for my protection when I wear my talisman. What am I protecting? Do you feel like you need to protect your body more? If that's the case, like make sure you're taking your vitamins, your minerals, make sure what you're putting in your body is helping you. These things help you to feel more protected, but you are being heavily protected. And I'm just going to tell you, by you letting go, when you let go, when you take time to relax, that's a spiritual practice, especially for healing the feminine. The masculine always needs to be doing something, but the spiritual practice of relaxing and allowing the feminine to trust the process, to know that she is protected. Feminine energy is an energy field, right? It's an energy field coordinator of creativity, of creation. It's chaotic in nature, yes. Mother Nature is chaotic, but she's beautiful. And she's respected. You're not just going to go and jump in the ocean with huge ass waves, because you respect Mama Earth. You respect Mama Wata. And so we want to move through life to be able to actually magnetize respect because of the way that we respect ourselves. And so when you relax, that is a spiritual practice. Don't listen to the voices that's telling you that you're being lazy. It's bullshit. I'm just letting you know now. That's bullshit. You're not being lazy. You really overgive. Your whole life, you have given so many people more than they actually fucking deserve to get from you. That's facts. Okay? So you deserve to relax. You deserve to not have to be worried about anything 24/7 all the time. If this is a challenge for you, if you're going through a challenging time, some of us have lost people that we love. Some of us have people that are sick that are close to us. Some of us have situations financially that are happening. There's so much happening in the world. If you are going through any type of turmoil, when you relax, know that you are saying to the universe, I trust that I am important. I wouldn't be here if I wasn't. I matter. And because I matter, I know that I'm protected, even if I don't feel it. But I'm struggling right now, and I ask if you will give me a sign that you are walking with me and that I'm not by myself. Ask for the sign and watch for the sign. I felt that. Like, I felt that. I have a song on my YouTube channel called Etta Kali, E-T-T-A Kali, K-A-L-I. And it starts off with me chanting Shamani Loco, Shamani Loco, Shamani Loco, Shamani Loco, Shamani Loco. That chant came to me in a time where I really did need protection. I needed protection for my mind, especially during that time. But it was stuff going on with my body too. And it was stuff going on with my loved ones. It was stuff going on with my children. It just was a lot. And I kept hearing Shamani Loco, Shamani Loco, Shamani Loco. And I was like, what is this? And I was like, you know what? Let me just go ahead and dive into it. And it came out, Shamani Loco, Etta Kali. Shamani Loco, Etta Pati. Shamani Loco, Etta Kali. Shamani Loco, Etta Kali. And what happened after that? I left my body. I just let it came through. I completely let go and let it flow through me. And it was so powerful. When I played it back, it made me cry. I was just like, I'm gonna keep that because you kind of, you got a lot going on. Okay, you just kind of jumped out. I felt that. I couldn't really post it the way I wanted to because somebody else, this was like a track associated with this beat that somebody was saying they were giving away for free use, but you know how they go. The algorithm picked it up and was like, no, this is, copyrighted by so-and-so. But it's still on my YouTube channel and you can still watch it. It's called Etta Kali. And it might make you want to dance because it do got that bop. It got that bop feel to it. And most people light language don't have a bop feeling to it. So I was just like, this is like, what is this? Like, after I went through the crying process, it had a bop to it and I was dancing and I was just like, oh, this is like, oh. So you know what? I'm gonna make sure I put it in the description that you check that out. Especially like while you riding and you bumping that. And Kali also do not play. She is a very protective mother who will destroy anything that is trying to destroy her children. Those who call on her, her devotees. And working with Kali was a game changer for me because I had a lot of energy vampires in my life. And I didn't know how to deal with the blowout. And after working with Sekhmet, I discovered Kali and she cleared that shit out. Just go put it like that. She cleared it out. So I'm not somebody who, I don't play with these energies. These are forces of nature, But this level of consciousness, I'm living proof that it gets the job done. So I pull the Eight of Wands, kind of just jumped out. The Eight of Wands jumped out, and the first thing that I'm feeling and thinking is that, first of all, this is around this time of the year. The Eight of Wands kind of represents like holidays, November, you know, it's around this time of the year that I'm recording this. So I feel like this is something that is seasonal. This is something that you're entering into. 8 is a number that represents new beginnings. So I feel like good news is on its way to you, but you've just been having a hard time believing it. The best thing that I could tell you is that nothing is blocking what it is that you deserve and desire except you. It maybe used to be other people and other situations. It's just you now. It's just you now. It's just you being able to trust the process and let go and have enough faith in yourself, have enough confidence in your soul's purpose in being here, that you're able to pull that into you. And once you do that consistently, I want you to do this every day. Like every time a thought that's anti whatever it is that's not supporting you, every day I want you to catch that thought as quick as you can. Be like, hold up. Whatever it is that you want to say. I like to do the hold up. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. This is what we're doing. And I would edit the thought. And the more that you do this, you start to fill in the grooves that's been like embedded in your mind, certain ways that you think, and you think these ways over and over again. You start to fill those grooves in. And when you feel those grooves in, now when certain things happen in the external world, your mind won't go to the first thought it used to go to. So let's just say, I don't know. You got a charge from Sears. Is that still a thing? You got a charge from Sears and you ain't been to Sears in years. And you're like, oh, hell no. And your mind would go to, did somebody steal my card and using my card? Well, maybe this time you say, no, it's probably just a mistake. And it's going to be a really simple fix. You're responding a different way. And by you responding a different way, you're able to accelerate your journey. You're able to accelerate whatever it is that you are moving towards. You're able to accelerate it without applying extra effort. Cause look, I don't know about y'all, but I be too tired to be I watch some videos by some people, and the tips and stuff that they be giving, I be like, I don't have the energy to do all that. Do this mean that I'm not capable or worthy of having what I want? Baby, this Virgo mind of mine, this Virgo rising, the perfectionism, I'm going to figure out a strategy to have what I want and not have to put more energy into it than I actually have. That's how we're going to do that. And I'm going to accelerate the journey of what it is that I want to arrive to, not by willpower, not by overusing my masculine energy, not by feeling like I always got to be doing something, but by altering my inner dialogue. That's it. Because right now it's just me versus me. Because everything in my life that I see was somehow created by thoughts and emotions that was inside of me. So if I focus on me and I hone in on perfecting my inner dialogue, soothing my nervous system, moving my body in the ways that it's been screaming at me to do. Because if your back been hurting, your back been hurting. And if you keep ignoring it, you can't get mad at the universe when shit don't work out for you. Because if the universe was to give you what it was that you was wanting and you ignoring body aches and things like that, Like, you're just going to do more of that. You're going to keep doing more of that, and the things coming to you will make you have to ignore your body more and more and more. And this is how we get in the place that we're in now, where so many people who probably never really had injuries and illnesses, and now they're having stuff happening. And this is the spiritual initiation. And it's like, look, the patriarchy turned y'all into some robots. Turned the women into men and turned everybody into robots. And your only purpose is production. To produce for those of us who hold all of the coins and the power, make all the decisions. Well, that shit is collapsing. So this is a call for you to move differently. Now, if you tend to be anxious about things, sometimes you can allow the anxiety to rush you into doing something. You will talk yourself into doing something you're really not ready to do, or it's really not time, or you allow somebody else to talk you into doing something and it's really not time. So I want you to just keep that in check, okay? Keep that in check. Don't be in a rush. Don't be too hasty. Accelerating something through relaxation and using certain spiritual techniques is one thing, but being in a rush, trying to force stuff to happen, make stuff happen, like that's going to deplete you. That's going to deplete you more and more and more. Okay? And if you struggle with procrastination, I mean, it's a thing. It's pretty much a part of human nature. And if you got blessed to be ADHD like me, procrastination is someone that you know very well. Y'all spend a lot of time together. And I started to see my procrastination as information. And it's just teaching me something about myself. Instead of getting so irritated by it that I end up in a frequency where I can't even move into whatever the next thing I want to move into. Because now I feel stagnant and I feel stuck and I feel trapped. So if you just allow yourself to procrastinate, I schedule procrastination time. I'd be like, baby, do your thing. Come on. We finna procrastinate. I'm finna get this blanket. Hold on. I'm finna get this blanket. I'm finna go make me some tea. That's what we finna do. And we're finna do absolutely nothing, if that's what we want to do. And I'm going to set my timer. And for the next 20 minutes, we're doing nothing. Absolutely nothing. Or whatever you want to do. And once I do that, the inner child is feeling better. The inner child like, okay, I can breathe. This adult is not turning me into a slave. Like, that's how I felt most of my life. Get up, sit your ass down, move, get over there, go to your room, do that, go to school, go to bed, go to sleep, get in the tub, eat, stop eating. Like, our entire life, this is the insanity of the 3D matrix in the way it treats children. So your inner child is gonna like feel loved and acknowledged, and the inner child lives in the root chakra. So the root chakra will be like, okay, we good, we safe. The nervous system, it can calm down. And then you can move into whatever that thing is you wanted to do. That usually might be a challenge for you. So like for me, I know how powerful the somatic exorcism is. I created it. And I still have moments where it's really hard for me to move into it. Especially if I'm having cramps. When my moon cycle come on sometimes, it be crazy how them cramps be hitting me. Them cramps be damn near feel like contractions. I have to go get my herbs and my teas and my raspberry tea and my tantric tea that I ordered from Dr. Aline Bay, and they sent me some of that, and then I'll go and get my heating pad, my heating blanket, whatever. Like, I do all the things, right? And then after I do all the things, I might not even feel like doing my somatic exorcism. So I'll give myself time to procrastinate, and I'll be like, I'm gonna watch a little bit of this TV show for the next 20 minutes. And eventually, I'll be like, okay, I'm done. I can move right into it. When I learned how to work with procrastination, I was like, you're not that bad. Like, I have really demonized you. I really did. I demonized you. The world make it seem like procrastination is the worst thing in the world. But you're not the worst thing in the world. You just seek to be understood. And I learned to work with you as an ally. And when you turn procrastination into an ally, your nervous system feels better. And guess what? You feel more protected, which we already talked about. That was beautiful. I don't know what I'm going to title this reading. The titles though do not be doing it justice. But that was so beautiful. And I also, this makes sense, but I also pulled the Six of Cups. And the Six of Cups, for me right now, is feeling like creating that comfortable lifestyle for your inner child. That's how it's feeling for me. Like the inner child is really like, I see y'all inner child like jumping up and down like, you can see us? You can see us? About time somebody can see us. Somebody is listening to us. Like, let me tell you, when you be gentle with yourself, you're doing that to the part of you that didn't get that growing up. When you be compassionate with yourself, don't look at it like just something you're trying to do for yourself. You're doing that for the child in you that maybe didn't get enough of that. You know? And you're able, through simple things that we talked about, like getting your blanket and getting comfortable and, you know, putting something comfortable on something that feels good. Like those simple pleasures, like those things help you to feel safe, to feel grounded, to feel loved, to feel nurtured, so that you're not always operating from a place of depletion. And sometimes procrastination, like that'll make you feel tired when you don't know how to work with it. You'll feel depleted just from procrastinating. And it's so many things, and I feel like you got stuff that like sitting around the house or whatever, stuff you've been intending on doing, and you just hadn't been able to get around to do it. And I think this is going to help you to get around and do it. If you use this information as reading, it's going to help you to get around to doing these things. But be gentle with yourself. You know, be compassionate with yourself. Of course, the other side of this is just being negative. People bringing up bad memories or something triggering, like something nostalgic that's triggering like bad memories and hard times. Like while I'm recording this, like a lot of people's SNAP benefits got cut off, right? And so for a lot of people, that can be triggering for them and remind them of hard times where they didn't always have food when they were kids. You know, that's something that I can relate to. I grew up in poverty. And when something is happening on a world stage, right? The archons are trying to eat too. They need fear. They need despair. They need us to be feeling these ways long enough, consistent enough to feed. And you don't have to feed into that. You instead can say, no, I'm going to feed my inner child. Because it's almost like this energetic starvation that they're trying to co-create in this timeline. And you're like, no, we're not doing that. I didn't already been there and done that. We're not doing it. You know? And so you can get creative. Shit, you can get creative. You can have a $2 bag of beans and a $2 bag of rice. You can make beans and rice one day and bean burgers the next day. Like, you could get creative. You could make some tortilla soup with the rice and beans and some broth. Like, you can get creative and don't have to relive your childhood where maybe you didn't have, because through your creativity, you're able to come up with things, right? And so you do have more control. You're not trapped. You're not stuck. And that's just an example, you know, of something that I've been noticing and saying. I'm like, okay, I see what they do. We see that. We're not going to feed into that. So, like, no, we ain't doing that. All right, Kali, my Kali. What message do you have to share with the collective this week? Okay. What you, okay, this is what we doing. She's like, pull from the bottom. Okay. So, this is really interesting because we've been talking about protection. Like, what y'all got going on? Like, y'all must got some really great things that you're tapping into that's coming into your life. Because when you get challenged in the area of protection, it's because of what's coming next. But I pulled Dakshina. You see, she got her sickle in her hand. She got her sickle. I really don't think she came to play. Okay? I think she came to slay. Okay? She's not gonna play these games. She got her tongue stuck out. She's like, look, this is fierce energy. Don't get it twisted. Okay? It says fear, just talking about that. Fear can undermine your confidence. It can erode your trust and steal away the joy that you take in living. The benign yet mighty Dakshina Kali manifests to conquer fear and realign your mind and path toward peace and light. Make a sincere offer from your heart to her now, and you will receive her generous blessings and assistance. Open your heart with trust, for that which is blessed and beautiful wants to manifest in your life. Dakshina Kali conquers even the most extreme fears. She steps forward with her right foot, a sign that she would create order from chaos. Her four arms are raised to bestow blessings and to wield the divine weaponry necessary to protect the soul. She restores and realigns. Deftly eliminate that which has no place on your soul path. Her actions are powerful and benevolent. She appears fierce, yet is benign. Her oracle brings the message that a situation which may frighten or intimidate you is well within your capacity to handle. I'm going to say that again. Her oracles bring the message that a situation which may frighten or intimidate you is well within your capacity to handle. No matter how dramatic or intense the scenario may appear to be, it shall become little more than a passing memory and shall not have any negative bearing upon your future. As Dakshina Kali Ma is the portent of fiery sunset, an ending to a truly frightening and difficult time. Yet this brings a new inner experience of courage, self-trust, and a renewed, increasingly empowered personal relationship with the divine. She is the reminder of the dark night that allows for rest and regeneration before the light of sunrise awakens us into a new cycle of experience. She is with us through both dark and light. She arises in a reading to bring comfort and reassurance that you are allowed to receive wonderful blessings. If you have been enduring suffering, not only will she bring it to an end, she will ensure you gain something of tremendous value from the experience to help you avoid greater suffering in the future. To engage the peaceful blessings and psychological renewal that Dakshini Kali bestows, you can make an offering. The term Dakshina means gift, typically the gift you would offer to a healer or spiritual teacher with gratitude for their teachings and blessings. What could anyone possibly offer to a great being such as Kali Ma? Love, affection, prayers, especially those that relate not only to us but to all beings in need. Honor and reverence. Why are these gifts sufficient? Ma is an enlightened divine presence. She has no need for flattery or gifts to elicit her love, grace, and protection. She gives that freely and generously. The offering to her is about what it does for us on a human level. Making a genuine offering opens the heart and puts us in a position to truly receive. To demand from an entitled perspective, locked in ego or blocked in fear, does not open us to her. Even though she pours forth love and healing in great abundance, we're like concrete with the water of her love sliding over us, unable to permeate, restore, and nourish. We need to be like tilled soil, open and receptive, capable of taking in her grace. For that to happen, we need to place our hearts and minds in the best state to engage with her. And offering is a humbling act of respect and acknowledgement. It is an act of imploring. It opens the receptive channel in our hearts. Dakshina appears when we are in need and the Divine Mother wishes to bring blessings into our lives. She is a reminder to put ourselves into the best state of receptivity. I was talking to y'all about rest. No matter how good or deserving we may strive to be, if we cannot open and allow the grace in, our wounded perspectives shall continue to have the upper hand in our minds and create further suffering in our lives. If we believe we do not deserve grace, are not worthy of the gift of the Divine Mother's healing and love, and are not willing to trust her and drop our defenses, then we are saying, thank you, but I cannot accept, for this gift is too much. Do you wish to allow such attitudes to deny the Divine Mother's free-flowing blessing in your life? If not, then give it to her. Give to her to allow yourself to receive from her. Every being benefits because our blessings are enlightened, bringing healing to you, and simultaneously improving circumstances for all beings. Be like a child who asks their mother for a beautiful gift and knows it will bring their mother pleasure to bestow it on them, therefore increasing happiness for all. You can only experience that if you allow Dakshina to enter your heart and your world. You have free will. What shall you choose? Everything that we just pulled from all of those different decks was echoed back to us. This is what happens when you let divine take over and you trust. For me to do this, to be in a space of pure heartedness, I have to trust the process and be unattached to the outcome. Be unattached to the algorithm, how many people are going to watch this, all of those things. None of that matters. All that matters is that I'm a pure vessel and that I allow this information to move through me for the benefits of all beings, everybody who received this message. So here's an invocation. And I'm going to say this, and if you want to repeat this after me, this will help to anchor this into your life. Kali Ma, Dakshina Ma, I humbly bow before you. My heart leaps with joy as I feel the presence of my soul's divine queen. My heart is now soft and surrendered with gratitude and trust in you. I know what I truly need, but I know that you know. When I don't know what I truly need, I know that you know. I trust in you to deliver your blessings, as well as in my capacity to receive, integrate, and heal through those blessings, now and always, for the spiritual benefit of all beings. May I receive, and receive. Jama Dakshina Kali. Now, words are very powerful. Even there are times where I feel like my words don't hold power, you know. Can you relate to that? And it can be annoying because people could be like, words are powerful and words create reality. And you're like, well, I've been saying these damn affirmations every day and ain't nothing happening, you know. And it's other steps to that. It's not just the words by itself, but when you add visualization behind the words, it helps. And so you could just imagine that your heart is like this really beautiful Zen garden. And there's a sacred gardener who is tilling the soil and clearing away the weeds and the lumps of dried and hardened clay, rocks. And the gardener smashes them into bits and stirs them into the ground to aerate it, making it ready to receive the delicious, nourishing rainfall that is imminent. Perhaps you can imagine yourself smelling the rain in the air. Perhaps you could feel the aliveness and the exhilaration and the readiness and an openness. And the rain begins to fall. Perhaps you can feel it or even hear it as it hits the earth, releases freshness and soaks in to nourish and promote life. There is just the right amount of rain to suit the needs of the garden. And then the sun shines bright and warm. Receive as much of this as you need. And you can finish this visualization with your hands in prayer, head bowed to your hands in gratitude. You have completed a visualization. And you could do this over and over again throughout the day, the week, whatever, whenever you find this reading. But when you add the visualization, just feel your heart being that garden. And like the hard times is the rain, you know? And then the sun comes out. It's like sunshine and the rain, joy and the pain. You know, Frankie Beverly Mays, they created music that I feel like supports us for right now. You know, so maybe listen to some to Frankie Beverly today. But that was really beautiful. I will see you all next week. I would love to hear what stood out to you. Did I touch on anything that you were needing? You know, I read all of my comments, and I'm really grateful to be able to share my gifts with you all in this way, in this space. And I want to thank you. You got this. You are protected. Okay. You are being guided, and whatever has been happening, you are like the time of struggling in certain areas. It is going away, but you have to be able to allow it to go away, to let it go and not hold on to it. Yeah. Be ready for your new beginning. And I'll put the link to the coven in the description as well. I will put the link to the song Etta Kali as well in the description. And I'll put the link to Patreon in the description for those of you who want the lucid dreaming masterclass that I have. All right, y'all. Peace.
Yeah. Higher, I take you higher. Higher. Yeah. Yeah. I got this sacred fire.